Sláinte.
Sláinte. Oh boy.
Oh, I know who I'm playing.
Cyclops?
Do you know why?
Did you do Cyclops?
I played Cyclops. Wolverine in the X-Men.
How many characters in the X-Men universe have you done?
704.
There's only 703.
Did I say 704?
There's one you don't know about. I have a question for you.
Okay.
I thought about this. You once mentioned that you sold a car for your plane ticket out to LA.
How do I pause? Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah, I did.
Was that the International Scout?
No. The International Scout ended up down in South Kingston, Rhode Island at a fish house delivering, like, the only thing that smelled
It had like
worse,
a life outside of you? Like what happened?
No, it did. Honest to God. So that car literally was falling apart. I mean, it was...
Hold on. Allow me to bring you guys up to speed with the... What was your first car?
International Scout, 1976. International Scout, I got in 86, so I was 10 years old.
Color?
It was like a puke green.
Okay.
So that was my first car. Piece of junk that I loved dearly. But as you know, like my buddy's dog, Doberman, threw up in it a bunch of time. He left a McDonald's orange juice under the seat in the summer, and it burst. There's nothing worse than sour orange juice.
You're not getting rid of that.
And Doberman vomit. So you can't. And by the way,
from Calvin Klein.
bark,
Bark.
barf from Calvin Klein.
Jarff. Juice and barf.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I like that smell.
That's what Anoose smell. He's a
Yeah.
high. This from Jarff and Calvin Klein.
Yeah, Jarff. Jarff is the sound the dog makes when it vomits.
I can't wait to
Here.
see how many people come up with like art for Jarff.
Jarff. Of course, where we're from, the dog goes Jarff.
But it's spelled G-I with an accent.
With that A with the two dots.
Umlauts.
So
right,
anyway, so yeah, it was a piece of junk, and finally got rid of it. I didn't even sell it. I may have abandoned it and just let somebody have it. But there was a like a fish market. It was just a truck that they used, and they would load stuff on, and their guys would just drive it over to the other loading docks or over to. But like sometimes it just, if the fish fell out in the car, so it actually got worse.
Ooh.
And the last time I ever saw that car, it was just like, I think one of the doors was off, and it was just over on the side, and it was
Did
just...
you like have like a silent moment between the two of you, and you both kind of nodded, and let's just be grateful for the time that we had together.
Yeah, and I remember walking over to it, and I saw that the Alpine stereo, that stereo was still in it. So nobody had even stolen it from a car that had no door on it.
Here's the stereo. Don't touch the stereo.
Yeah.
The stereo's got Quan.
The funniest thing about that is my
stereo
buddy used to
has woo.
laugh at me because we had another guy in our high school, only other kid, and he had the International Scout 4-wheel drive, nice one. The one that people go, wow, that's the car you...
Did you guys race?
Yeah.
Washed up. Aged ex-champion.
All right, let's go.
We did not race. What was funny is mine was the 2-wheel drive with the Lego tires, and my friend called it the bus steering wheel. I mean, the steering wheel was just huge. So you'd make a turn like this. It was like a ship, the wheel on a boat. Fitting that it would end up in a marina, dead by all the fish. It died with the fishes, right? There it is. Yeah. And goes.
Hey,
anyway,
you're getting good at that.
it's your thing, but I just wanted to join.
So what was the car that you sold? Do you remember?
Everything was a hand-me-down. My grandfather passed away, and
Do you have a Delta 88?
diesel, which with a bad transmission, and literally It would buckle, just kept bucking at stops. It was terrible. When I when I got my scholarship to North Carolina, my parents, we got a used Honda Accord, and it was the first
What year?
It was I don't remember 80.
Hatchback?
No, but I remember it was cool. My dad had a friend at the Honda dealership, and so it was a Honda Accord. It was kind of like a metallic light blue, and he put a spoiler, just a small one, and it gave it just a little sporty kick.
Little clash. Hey, a little clash right there. Yeah, goes from having a gabagool to a spoiler.
It goes on there, and that got me back and forth. I put miles on that car, and it was great. It was the Honda, Toyota, those things are bulletproof.
Well, they're bulletproof, but they're not fireproof, because I had a Honda Accord light blue that the last I saw that car was on the side of 635, if you live in Dallas, on fire. Just Viking funeral.
I can't top that one. I sold
Yours
mine.
got you to Los Angeles.
I sold mine. Actually, my mom helped me sell it because I was living in New York and I had it. So I brought it back up there, and I took it.
My mother was a beautiful woman. She sold the car.
You're setting yourself up for all these.
sold
I had
the
a
car.
simple question.
She sold the car to my nephew, and he's like, "No, that's a beautiful woman." I said, "You have no idea. That car smells the way it is for a reason." Your mother.
So anyway, my mom helped me sell the car, and she got like $3,500 for it.
How'd you fly to Los Angeles? $3,500 is a nice flight. That's
No.
not-
And when she sold it, and then I that was all the money I had, and I was like, okay, and I bought a ticket for $500, something like that. I remember I had a couple grand. I lived in New York for a little longer, so I had a couple grand, owed some people some money. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I came here with probably about 2,500, something like that, and
a dream.
And a dream.
Do you?
But then here's the crazy thing: get here, and I think I remember it's $500 cash. I think I had 2,500, so because I had just like 19 something, and I took $500 cash, and I bought a Rent-A-Wreck. When I got here, there's a place called Rent-A-Wreck, and it was a Ford Festiva with a racing stripe and gray fur seats. And I lived in it for a few weeks.
That's not a large car.
And I remember it was a time in LA when there was a guy sniping people on the freeway. And I remember driving home from a bartending gig in downtown LA back on the 10 freeway. And that's where people had been shot. And I remember sitting there just miserable going, if I got shot right now, I wouldn't care.
This would be just poetic.
But I remember sitting there going, nobody's going to look at that car through a scope and go, no, that guy's suffering enough.
He's good.
We'll just
Carry
let
on.
him go, carry on, or put him out of his misery. It was one or the other. It wasn't too much longer after that, probably 7 months after I was here, that I got that 5-year contract on ABC with Port Charles.
Making my way through the bars of Port Charles.
That's what you think.
Look at those highlights. I mean,
In the hair or the reel?
a little bit of both. Refill.
What's the most 90s sentence that you can put together?
Most 90s sentence? I don't even know where to start with that. It'd be like, hey, dude, you remember the 80s? Where did all that Coke go?
That's good. I was going to say something like, ay caramba, I just got a page. I should probably use my brick phone to find out the news about Scott Bakula. Like, whatever
Wait
happened?
a minute.
Scott Bakula.
This could be the best game you've ever come up with.
What's the most 90s?
90 sentences. That could be a.
It's a great game.
That could be.
I'm down for that.
Maybe we should do table time board games. That's our.
That's our little thing?
That could be. God, that's a great game.
I got to kill you now that you said that on the show, because someone's going to take the idea. We said it first.
Oh my God! Speaking of games, hey everybody, what is going to happen? Nolan North, Troy Baker, It's the couch, and we just went
Is
on
that
a
the
20-minute
longest?
ramble, possibly 20-minute ramble.
Which was the
before
other one that
even
was-
opening the show?
What was the longest one that we did?
We did, but we cut it.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. I think we cut it
For
though.
like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
or
because we
whatever.
forgot that we were rolling.
we were both transfixed.
That's because no, that was it wasn't GoldenEye. I think it was the one before.
Driver?
It may have been because
Driver was trying to get out of the garage.
because it was the jet lag from Australia.
We were wrecked. Literally got off the plane Sunday night.
I could just see shapes.
We didn't even say goodbye to each other. We got off the plane. It was like, that's enough time. And split 2 solid weeks. We're like, I go my house.
No, and it was,
And then we turned right back around. You picked me up
picked
at
up
my
the
house.
next morning.
The next morning, you picked me up at my house like 8:15, and it was like a scene from Dragnet. Both of us just get in the car and didn't say anything.
Detective Joe Friday.
7:30 a.m. I picked Bill up early the next morning and we headed for the Ventura Freeway.
Tell us about today, because
Well, this is what I was
interesting.
thinking about. So we flash forward because last episode we were 86. So we're now 6 years into the future.
Right.
Just a heartbreak of a franchise for me, because as far as movies go, this had so much potential, and only one of these, if I remember correctly, Drew Sif, only one had Nightcrawler in it, right? There was only the second, it was X-Men 2, that had Nightcrawler. Now, Patrick Stewart.
I'm Professor Charles Xavier.
Was born to play Professor Xavier. I prefer him over James McAvoy.
Excuse me, I'm Eric Lensher.
Charles Xavier.
Go fuck yourself.
And Ian McKellen from Magneto as well.
Hello, it's Ian McKellen. I wanted to thank you.
But the thing that frustrates me is ever since those movies, ever since the second one really, because the second one is where Phoenix dies, and that was just a weird... Here's the problem that I have with X-Men. The movie that I always wanted was just the 90s series. I wanted the 90s animated series so bad, which this is more like patterned after. Like Rogue, Gambit, like, give it to me. Give me all of that. Speaking of, on the Drew's Tidbits, game is based on the unaired anime pilot for X-Men Pride of the X-Men in 1989 by the same animators as G.I. Joe and Transformers. On the YouTubes, you can watch the entirety of this strange glimpse into animation and gaming history.
Speaking of the X-Men series, I was in it. I was Cyclops. I would like to say that. Everybody should see that.
Wait.
You know what? Can I pause this again?
You weren't in the X-Men series. You were in Wolverine and the X-Men.
Which was a great show.
It was a great show, but it's
Steve Bloom, genius.
but it's not the one that I'm referencing.
Why aren't
I
you
was-
referencing that one? It's the
because-
best one.
No.
Maybe.
No, I mean it's good. It's good, but it's like saying that like Rescue Bots was better than G1 Transformers. You know what I mean?
Well, Transformers Prime, because that was Smokescreen.
No, you're not gonna beat G1 like 1984
Yes, I am.
Transformers.
Yes, I am.
Oh my God!
I had Peter Cullen. I had Frank Welker. I had Kevin Michael Richardson. I had Darren Norris. I had
Great
Steve
cast.
Bloom.
Great
Somali
cast.
Montano.
Great cast.
Tony Todd came in.
Oh.
He's the Candyman Can. The Candyman Can.
And-
Hey, man, this is a different Candyman we're talking about.
Totally.
Sammy Davis Jr. But with real eyes. Oh, too soon? Come on. Let it go. Hey, how you doing?
That show, there was like Batman the Animated Series. And then there was X-Men series, and it was like, just do that. Young Justice feels more like X-Men because it's raw and it feels just like the comic books. Oh yeah, then this guy's gonna come out and talk to you.
Talk to me, or is he going to beat me up?
No, everybody wants to beat you up.
Oh my God! Do you know I actually thought he was really going to come in and talk to me after you said that?
This is one of the this is one of the games that like, kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, I put a lot of quarters in this game. This is the arcade version. That's this. Paul Masson. Player chooses, oh wait, I should maybe start in the proper way, because I've already gone to the tidbits, but I've yet to read the...
By the way, I just beat him up. I beat him up. I was good, and I shot him with the lasers in my face. In your face! Cyclops! You got one eye! Yeah! Cyclops! He's got one eye when he bends over.
What? When a large group of Sentinels under Magneto's control start rampaging in the city, yeah, whoa, milk, that bit. The X-Men are dispatched to stop them and save the city. However, while they are gone, Professor and Kitty Pryde are kidnapped by Magneto, forcing the X-Men to follow them to Island and ultimately to Magneto's base on asteroid where they battle supervillains such as Pyro, Blob, Wendigo, Nimrod, the White Queen, Juggernaut, and Mystique. Only one of those people you've heard of.
Someone's name is Nimrod?
Nimrod.
That is not good.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing. Before the final battle versus Magneto takes place. Yes, I know what I'm doing. So the player chooses one of 6 players. You get to play as Cyclops, Colossus, Wolverine, Storm, Nightcrawler. I loved X-Men. X-Men was like, I was a Marvel kid growing up. DC was reserved for Batman exclusively. I leaned more X-Men, and especially as it started to getting into like real like X-Force.
Come on, baby. Oh, come on, I'm doing okay here. I like this. I like fighting stuff. Oh, look, you blew up your friend. You dirty bastard. Oh, no! Guess what, Charlie? I can't see, because I'm Cyclops. Oh, Cyclops is Al Pacino. I'm going to hit. Let me shoot you with my eye face. What? Hi.
Hello.
Were you saying anything?
Yes. Do you have a favorite X-Men besides Cyclops? And if so, why? Do you have a favorite Bryan Singer movie, or do you have a favorite X-Men movie?
Favorite Bryan Singer movie. What other things had Bryan Singer done? I don't really know his movies very well.
A lot of litigious things.
The
arcade game was put on hold after the original animated series didn't get picked up, only to be rushed out a few later to coincide with the release of the Fox series that became such a hit. That makes sense. God, it was so good, man. They were not afraid to like tackle some issues.
It's incredible how one kid could mean so much to so many people.
And Rogue was like, Rogue was awesome. That's what kind of threw me off. I was like, I don't want to see her as like a little girl. Like she was like a badass.
Honey, you're giving me goosebumps.
Contains Magneto's infamous line from the game, "Welcome to die." I forgot about that. Yeah, since, magoof, you're gonna want to blow that up, buddy. Yeah.
I'm gonna let it go. Hey, bud, how you doing? You know what though? It's something about. I like the kind of the. What would they call this? It's not a side scroller, but with the extra ability to kind of go up and down. What is that? What is that called again?
It's not a side scroller. What is the technical definition of that, Drew? See?
Oh,
you learn things.
Well, you learn something every day. Here's me.
Am I allowed
waiting.
to?
I'm just gonna keep blowing people up.
Join in.
Uh-oh, here come guys.
Uh-oh, here come guys.
Uh-oh, here come guys.
That should be.
Look at that door just open. Oh God, that sounds like a. Uh-oh.
That should absolutely be a T-shirt. Uh-oh, here come guys.
Oh. Hey, how you doing?
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Look at this guy. Who runs around with a mace? I want to know why I only have certain amount of eye fire. I can't do it again anymore. So I can't.
Can't do it again anymore.
I can't do anymore.
Well, Heavy.
I'm gonna.
Here's what you need to do.
Look, I'm just gonna keep walking away from him.
No.
And he smashed me with a hammer. Once.
Smashed his head with a hammer.
Time to have your head smashed in with my new hammer.
Have some. Sit down. Hey, look at the breasts on this guy. Wow.
Don't look at the breasts on this guy.
Look at the breasts on him. He looks fantastic.
I feel like that's a weird word. Like, there's no way to If it's something I could buy in the supermarket, where it's like, look at my breasts, it feels weird. Select. Can you add me in too? Ouch.com.
I got it. Here's what you got to do. You just got to shoot him in the face. Look at he's got blood on his face. What happened?
Well, he's not doing too well, bud.
Looks like he's chewing on his tongue.
Got tuberculosis.
Somebody didn't get him like a piece of leather to bite down on before, he had his tussle.
I want to play.
Yes. Okay.
Two players are better than one.
Especially when I'm the stinky one. I'm not good. I get it. It's okay. I accept it. And
You're getting better.
Oh, look. Juggernaut has a girl.
It's Magneto. Oh, Juggernaut is the guy.
He's got a woman slung over his shoulder. It's like, hey.
I blew my super. Wow. All right.
I'm not wasting my super on this stuff. Not wasting my super. Oh, crocodile. Crocodile rock.
No. Was Wolverine your go-to?
I just like Wolverine because I played Wolverine, so.
Oh, you played Cyclops.
I mean Cyclops.
I mean Cyclops.
Cyclops.
I don't want to be...
To see again.
There.
Oh, you hit me with your tail. Sexy.
Hell yeah, I want to... That's who I want to be, man.
Ooh.
Nightcrawley's favorite author.
Mine?
Yeah.
Hemingway. Yeah, he wrote in short sentences. It was easier for me to understand. Whereas Faulkner hated the period or comma. He loved the comma and hated the period. There's like almost 4 pages and it's one sentence.
Oh, Faulkner?
Yeah.
Sound of the Fury?
Sound of the Fury, I think.
Okay, everybody calm down. What's up? What's up, Nightcrawler?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna throw some eye heat at them. Hey, get off my golf course! That's what you say to alligators in Florida.
Speaking of...
Get off my golf course! Oh, what is it? Oh, they're alive. Actually, why do they look sexy to me? Because they look like tree vaginas.
Who is that?
They're dirty. Oh, I'm gonna throw you and have my little German friend. Oh yeah.
I feel...
I only have a few eye cannons. I don't understand exactly when my
super ability, bro.
Yeah, but how many do you have per?
Yeah, so the blue dot's above mine.
Oh, so I don't. But I should get some back.
So like, this is a perfect time to do it. Lit up by these. Oh, this game is so unforgiving. Ooh, you're getting humped by a.
Oh, we don't want to go there.
A wasp.
Ooh, giant man.
Kurt Vonnegut, one of my favorite authors.
Oh, all right.
And I personally believe that Kurt Vonnegut was a time traveler. Because every one of his books has something to do with time travel.
Like for real? Time travel?
If you read Sirens of Titan,
I'm still playing.
He describes Titan, which is one of the moons of Saturn, in such perfect detail. Like, he describes the geography, the color, everything. And we hadn't gone there yet. We didn't have a satellite. We didn't have Cassini. So when we get there, we're looking and we go, this is exactly as Vonnegut described. Explain that to me, Lucy. Hi, Magneto. Hey, guys.
Hey, look at me. I'm in an orb.
I'm in an orb. I'm going to shoot the ground underneath you.
Go.
Okay, bye. Zip, 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 switch, switch, swoosh. Only got one of those supers. I probably should have saved it.
Jump on him.
I'm trying to jump on him. Yeah, this is gonna go quarter time. We're about to do Unlimited Lives.
Jump in, I'm running out of supers.
Yep. There I am.
Super him. Because he just scratched me and killed
Hey, I
me.
made him fall down for once.
He just scratched me and killed me.
He does that. Is that supposed to be Sabretooth? Who is that?
I don't know, but he picked me up by the head and threw me in the ground.
Sabretooth played by, was that Liev Schreiber?
Liev Schreiber. Liev. Who, by the way,
I think it's Liev.
By the way, get this, Liev.
Is it?
Liev Schreiber. Hold on. Can we pause?
Oh, because you want to
Get this.
Go.
So my roommate in New York, Michael Felmuth, brilliant playwright. Okay, I did his first plays that he ever produced when he was at Columbia Grad School, and he actually won the Eugene O'Neill Playwright Festival, and he went up into Connecticut and got to put on his play, and I went up to see it, and the great famous August Wilson directed his play, and Charles S. Dutton played this African American painter in the South, and this young man who wanted to study under him, who loved art and wanted to be a great painter, and it's about their relationship, and it was this amazing play, and I was like, read it and was like, oh, I want to do that, I'm a young actor in New York, but I couldn't because they had this kid from Yale, and I went up to see it, and I was like, this kid was amazing. And this play was it was outstanding. August Wilson directed. Charles S. Dutton played the painter. And young Liev Schreiber was at Yale Drama School. Writing was on the wall. Genius. He was it was the guy. It was the guy right off the page. It's been very rare that I've been able to see people, they went on to be, and he was famous doing movies, and one day I'm like, wait a minute, is that the kid? And I had to look it up. I'm like, oh my God, that was Liev Schreiber. It's another level when you, especially in live theater, when you watch someone, and the whole theater just kind of goes, thump, and you are just watching him. And Charles S. Dutton, if anybody knows, he's a brilliant actor. And it was just this young kid. You're like, who is that doing this? It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Just like this short play. It was just, he was phenomenal. And I got to see him before he was anybody. And I had no idea. And I'm going to keep drinking now.
Liev?
Liev.
Please, Liev.
Liev Schreiber? Maybe Liev. Maybe you can say Liev.
Boop. Write in and tell us.
Liev Schreiber, just like...
No, if I feel like he'd be one of those people that if I ever met, I'd be like, hey, man.
Hey, Mr. Schreiber.
Is it Schreiber? Schreiber.
Schreiber. It's a B.
If you're Russian, you say Liev. Liev. But the proper pronunciation in my family is Liev.
His name is very confusing. I do love Ray Donovan.
Can't do that with the Atari joystick.
I feel like we need to continue in this.
But you know what?
I
think we need to turn the cameras off and keep going with this.
Because we've done a lot of story time.
Yeah.
And I miss playing this game. I want to keep playing it.
Let's get naked and weird. Turn off the cameras. Leave the hat on.
What do we play next? Please don't. Please turn up the camera. Amazing. Well done.
Can you get me another one?